Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
'Tis well to have comrades one can trust. A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Look, Master, come in.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
Resting when and where you can is the secret of weathering a long journey.
You have my protection. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
I'm going to claim at any cost driven down in oil. I knew you would prevail, Master.
We can ill afford to grow old. Our foe is not yet routed.
A resounding success.
of our best will do.
A Cyclops tusk would prove a fine reward for a battle well fought. Let's see if we can't break one off in splint. This bow was marked with care by my master for the Dogma. Now I can report a successful hunt.
I concur.
Here we go again.
We fight. To arms.
This is les armes.
The walls are too close for comfort here. Should we encounter trouble, we would be at a disadvantage.
Let us conclude our business and be quit of this place. There is naught to be gained from lingering. My magics are at your disposal.
What about the deep wrench? Always felt something these when it was lost. Now that was a satisfying bit of exploration. Though I should hope we need not always be so thorough.
Let us make for a safe location where we might regain our strength. You'll like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find. Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed. Must finding these be so difficult?
Our collection grows.
I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. This is rather thrilling.
Suppose I'll draw the water now. So
I'd rather not draw
barely
steel
the
if I
vintage.
can avoid my fears. Or to polish up my gear for tomorrow. I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. Wolves draw near!
I doubt ours will be of any use to us.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Would that such tranquility could last.
Right you are.
Have you lost your mind?
You're not meant to be in here. don't think I'll stand for this.
This ox cart's bound. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
This is most convenient. Another destination we were bound for is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Precious little time.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
An appropriate choice arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
We have obtained a bunch of flowers, as Miss Daphne requested. Now we have but to deliver it to her. Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
We have what we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
You have my support.
Where are you going?
Where will the wind blow me today, I wonder? Got to all the gold I can while I'm here.
Fancy a look at my wares? It's been a hard day.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on...
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
Would you mind coming over here?
Hoya Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is...
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. They're hard to find, aren't they?
Almost nodded off for a moment there. I fancy a kip.
but not at the expense of my duty.
All the best tales come from travellers at the inn.
Always calms me down.
Surely I can commit myself to
I've been on
moments.
my feet all day.
Can't help
I'm going to go exploring.
Time to head to market, methinks.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lagged as my back's not acting up
I'm
today.
going to go exploring.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Over here, if you please.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Let's take it easy today. My knees are acting up. Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
I'd swear I've not blinked once in the last hour. Perfect spot for a key. Still a while to go before my shift's over.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
We have arrived.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Oh, it's so shiny.
Am I shedding? But
no
I now
easy
have
thing,
cause to draw
making
steel.
a living as a soldier.
Here's the welcome.
The trial of archery is nigh. If we would bear witness, we must first go to the ruins where Sir Glindor trains. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to... Have you found any of the items we discussed? Perchance.
Always a pleasure.
Look.
As long as you please.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? My bed, please. Used to anymore. I'm nodding off where I stand.
I will see to it that the law is upheld.
What might you be looking for?
I find that
morning.
That's someplace.
I've been on my feet all day.
No one's coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
Goblins, Master! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Most impressive, Master.
Let us not get ahead of us. The battle continues.
They happen to someone overdone, but no matter. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
My magics are at your disposal. Are we ignoring the enemy today?
I shan't let them harm me. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow. Beyond repair. I will finish this, here and now.
You're not getting
Are you scared?
A decent spot to play.
I believe yon foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly. I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you've slept well.
Another statue? Mayhap 'twill yield us all to views.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close.
I wouldn't have dared not to have a start so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
That's not next time out there.
I knew you would prevail, Mary.
We can do it all to grow over. Our foe is not yet routed.
Somewhat overdone. No matter.
You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Battle is best avoided.
I'll not be cowed by the likes of ye! You're joking! Thanks. Here you are. Don't look a gift box in the mouth, eh?
Keep your eyes peeled as we cross.
At least this bridge seems a sturdy one.
You scared?
Come on then.
You should be.
I've got you. Use this chance to recover. there's a worthy prize, if only 'tweren't so far away. So we've finally...
You've come. Shall we be off? Follow me. And pray take care not to fall behind. One can easily lose their way here.
The sacred arbour will be a sight to behold, I'm sure. Let us trust in Sir Glyndor to see us there.
Wolves, if I've ever seen them.
Flame is its weakness.
Nicely done.
I can do naught but
Let me get that.
I've been on my feet all day.
I've got
My
the
legs
focus.
are as
The
lead.
shift's only just begun.
How dare you!
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. I must burn.
fear not. I'll think of something.
El, alla carilm, ilmen elote falomentarin nun fir, nambawe, elelia javtolme? Nandeuin morteren ecialis, nun fir ananduine, fanamone matiene lismelto.
Isilrod vane nun lia casinque erenon. Lia fendel nar salma vi fir orne fa indelvin.
Alla carilm fionoaro osto urne.
Oh, but this one comments Elvish. Impressive. I suppose I needn't summarize my conversation with Luamir just now then, if your companion interpreted for you. Now, come. The place the trial should be held is just up ahead.
Nandeo in morteren ecchiale.
Onde casinque fanilm. Morfa menelsar.
Ayu, fanamo nemetani.
Nambawi, liswinen Nambawi alelia yatil.
Ronde minita.
Alakari Elalia, Luintarma Lintan.
The trial of archery shall be held here. I bid you wait just a moment while I prepare my entry. But I've just noticed. Where are all the custodians? They ne'er leave their posts. Could it be aught amiss?
Nenwen mor Iwanon. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Martir fa nun fionor, minas vena eralote. Alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Kiriando anmindor hiroth?
No. Darren? I cannot stand idly by while my sister is in peril. My friend, if e'er I've had need to call upon your aid, 'tis now. I beg of you to join me in my sister's rescue. There is no time. I shall mark the location of the ogre's den upon your map. Make haste. Her life hangs in the balance.
Isilrod fanun kalayan lom.
Kemen Ross, Akasar, Arenfell. Nea fair more Finland Tarma. A fair pere in Mukman.
You're here, and not a moment too soon. We must find my sister and save her from the ogre's clutches.
Veninume, mormartir tel adaka, kiriandio.
Tayel ni sil Arenfell. Nun morivin we Alcarwa menelume. Lis anandor lutena.
Nando in fa echialis, pelinolwende, sinde, soron, aiele, alvekil.
Moriven fendernar itarondo vani. Falis tu liaf numin osto taralia osto telpe. Lungdene.
Here again. Methinks we've seen enough of this place.
Come. Your Risen's motivations are not ours to question.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
We've got choppers!
Our ice attacks are wasted on this foe.
Most impressive, Master.
Let us not get ahead of us. The battle continues.
A resounding success.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
Let us see what you're made of.
Arbahat, preserve me. 'Tis e'en more nightmarish a sight than I had feared. My father battles the ogre while my sister is clutched in his fist. But there is still hope, if I act quickly. Listen well, friend. I shall strike the beast's arm while my father holds its attention. The moment the ogre relinquishes my sister, I ask that you lead her to safety. I have ne'er attempted to strike a target so distant before. E'en the trial of archery does not demand such a feat. Yet, for the sake of my sister, my arrows must fly true. Pray, keep Darren out of harm's way.
Quickly, Master. We must carry Miss Darren to safety.
Bear in mind that the brute will seek out women with unwavering persistence.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemies predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
Disappointment.
Should you need to communicate in Elvish, pray call upon me. I would be
Findelnar el Tara.
Come. Let
Findelnar el Tara.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Hold a moment. What's this? A way out. Let us make haste. Oh, my heart. There can be no gladder tidings in all the world. Words shall ne'er suffice to express my gratitude, friend. None of this would have been possible if you had not gifted me this bow. You are my sister's savior. I am for e'er in your debt.
Eteler, lea fermor eldalia eralotte.
Finlenar.
Karilm ilmen arkael. Silfa nambawe nun kalael alame. Angadursin. Kemenindor kanian irils aldekar. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne. Eteler lea fermor eldalia eralotte. Ondvana alvekil eteler ne anler ailame. Lungtena peli telume. Ane martir tindume ingarina fa alme alcarwa. Nenwen mor aiwanon. Arda hier courier. Mor fa erando. Amanda kill. Kiriando an mindor hiroth. Arda hier courier. Mor fa erando. Amanda kill. Vanelin hiror sorom. Sorne an famelton. Nundis Amanda kill angadur femor. Kasinke telpi nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon. Anne arta her firnis.
Finlenar. Lungdena we fear nosto. My gratitude to you knows no bounds, friend. 'Twas your kindness that altered my plight as much as this bow. Not only are you my sister's savior, but mine as well. By the by, if you are as passionate about mastery of the bow as I am, perhaps you might speak with my father. His experience ought to be of benefit to you.
And now, I must hold fast.
I feared we might never escape that place.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
You have my support.
Kalael alame. Karilm ilmen arkael. Aidalia anandor. Nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor. Anendune falumtena. Palan hiarmenran. Lis fa arnefane. Artehar lis manasvana fuinumen alekan. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isilrod et peller. Lera aetena. Laicazar an ils findamunt in ciel. Nefanamo lis Kyriandio mor erlot. Iavstir lalasta. Nun falesmir magananon. Anamor lis turculium ecialis.
Admirably done, Master. Your deeds will be remembered in the sacred arbor for decades to come.
Splendid.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray, keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
Now we shall be able to transport ourselves here at any time, so long as we've a ferry stone with us. Seems there are wolves on the prowl.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow. A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
I am well aware of the particulars.
Lungtena peli telume. On the van.
What's more,
Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
I'll gather this. It might be of use. "'Tis done, Master. Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
Morfanenwen alkawa. Akayel fil kalawin nun li arama. Arume fa in iterond, etele el dalipele une nun ilundren. Kano nandawin. Akayel fil arume fa in iterond, etele nun we. Akayel fil arume fa in iteron. Etele Eldalia. Noon, where? In Lalasta.
I cannot wait to put this new equipment to use.
By what margin will it...
Arume fa in Iterond, et... Ele Eldali... Ja, nun, where? Finnant high.
Fewer burdens certainly makes for smoother travels. I dare say, the spring has returned to your step, Master.
Vindamun.
Halan Ostolin Town.
Kirandone halana. Alekanunan.
Ronde minita?
Fear Alekaliel.
Javtarma Erom.
Isilrod Fanan.
Svindemund Fionaro.
Morin Ost.
Ayu, Fanamo Nemetan. Kemenindor, Fionar Lis Nun Morivin.
Valis Ironon.
Eldalia Huero.
Elelote an fear ananduin. Morma osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fair avehum. Ango do tempe.
Valis harenon, halana fear in minir.
Sur fairness.
We need not words to show our intentions. The elves may come to trust us if we...
Elalia, luintat.
Meniel, Falia, Tielvana, Lausur, Valis, Heronon.
Valia, Funanuman.
Ilem nun les canalin Kalia lum.
Aiu, phenomenon.
Oh, what does this... Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we ought shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, very well. Praying for... Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Ah. Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances at such gatherings. Is there aught else you would speak of? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
Now here's a welcome sign. The sun's too bright for these. In it now. No sense getting cold.
chattering all day is tiring work.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots. Let's take it easy today.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Not sure why I'm trouble.
Would you mind coming over here?
Something smells divine.
Can't say I have any tidings to share.
Quite the predicament.
Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? I've a proposal to make, and methinks you'll want to hear it. See, a friend of mine hath an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. Understand me? 'Twouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment.
Let me get that.
Quite the predicament.
May the heavens look. 'Tis here that the bodies of those who fall in Vermund are first kept and tended to. I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. Mayhap my faith is being tested. 'Tis here that I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence. An unsettled mind begets an unsettled world. You are more than welcome to return any time. Bless you.
One waystone shard is a mere rock, but combined they can work miracles.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell.
Have you...
Greetings. You said you need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Won't someone do aught about this?
This place is awful dull. Can't complain, mate.
We have... reached our destination.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
Welcome, sir. You're free to approach whome'er catches your eye.
Let's make haste.
Can't help but hearing a whisper when I'm here.
Whatever am I to do?
Crowns and politics are no concern of mine. Crowns and politics are no concern of mine.
I'll claw out the
Got to earn my coin while I can, I suppose.
I'll go on an adventure of my own. That's delightful.
Aren't you sweet? I'd be glad to have you. You're free to approach whome'er catches your eye.
Like what you see?
No doubt you're dazzled by my charms. They all are. I'll go on an adventure of my own.
Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this place.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour what you like.
In here.
Open up!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check. Lest you forget, these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to send you straight to me. Come see me in my bordlery, whene'er you're so inclined. I'll instruct my attendants to...
I've been here
Ah, good, you returned. I find myself on edge when you strayed from my line of sight.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Blanche will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Shall we report this development to Captain Brant? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
You have our gratitude.
Greetings. Greetings.
Someone talked about this. Points no good. Well then, that's acting up today.
Over here, if you please. We're here, Master.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phasus, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow, but what precisely is their aim?
That's odd. Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to. You discovered this in the Gracious Hand's vaults, you say? Remarkable. I imagine 'twould indeed be sufficient to entice the learned magistrate to leave his cell. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve...
Who there? How have you fared? Might I beg a favour of you? You have my gratitude. Sometimes I wonder if I'll cut out. Inventing is good fun.
It is good to see people in such high spirits.
Shall we report this development to Captain Bront? We have reached our destination.
There is much we ought to, or shall change once we have attended. If your majesty has any unfinished business, very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master, pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the Godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true Arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this Godsway's power, proving your Majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your Majesty when I have prepared a plan of action.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this Godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, you discovered this in the gracious... I imagine... Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the city.
Being by your side is an honor.
What to do?
Might as well take a look while you're here.
Gotta crack a few skulls if you want to be top dog. Tell me what's going on.
What's worrying giving me an achy back?
I'm in fine fettle today.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
It would allow us to save our strength.
Now to report to... How might I aid you, sir?
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
The on-path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Do not. Fine. Out of the cart, all of you.
Now there's a novel idea. I've never seen my own master.
Now that is a surprise.
So the fun begins again, eh, Arisen?
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Violate.
I've a knack for combining materials that I hope you'll find useful. I'll craft aught I can using what... in my... Ah, good. I see we're...
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I know precisely when a curative is needed, Master. You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around. Let us work together to honor the... My magics are at your disposal.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Master.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Well met, sir.
Would that I had a helping hand.
Come now, loosen it. We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brant.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place. Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey. You know where to find me.
The one we seek isn't here. Perchance we've come at the wrong time.
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp and set out again later.
You!
Our hero ventured into a shrine long in
This looks like trouble. Huh.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course.
This looks like trouble.
This isn't much to go on.
You!
In these troublous times. Got to be something fun to do.
Ponder what I can do.
Good day, sir. What might you do?
This looks like trouble.
Oh, I'm in fine.
Got to make hay while the sun shines.
And I shan't resist.
Fancy a look at my wares? There's all sorts to do.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
You fond of those eyes?
I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
Good heavens, the pantry's crawling with nuts.
New day is a chance to turn it.
Gather round, gather round. Aye, got some... What would you of me? I'll have no trouble. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate the coin.
Would you take pity on...
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, and your focus apply. to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a night as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend...
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
The sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain. Should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valour the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And
I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward, eh?
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
I always have a warm welcome for a customer.
Can't say I have any tidings to share.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to...
Yeah? What is...
Gather... Aye, got some coin. Much appreciated. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Even in times like these, one needs a hopeful heart.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale.
We must rest.
The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Shall we get underway?
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Regarding the matter of the Godsway, I fear there is naught to be done, save for your Majesty to venture to Batal, where you might uncover the false sovereign's secrets directly. The sigil upon that letter from some days past bore the crest of the Batali Palace. Surely there's aught to be found therein. Yet official dealings twixt Batal and Vermund are suspended. Passing through their fortress will prove a difficult task. With such hindrances in mind, I thought to prepare this. Pray, take it. Few may pass through Batar's fortress, save Beastren merchants. With some coin, I was able to convince one such merchant to grant us that entry permit. It ought guaranteed passage through the border checkpoint. But alas, 'tis intended for a Beastren. You shall have to act the part. But as to how that should be done, I'm shamed to say I do not know. 'Twill depend upon your Majesty's ingenuity. You have my fullest confidence. The permit is intended for a Beastren. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
Where are you off to?
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters. You the Arisen? Sven wants to meet with you.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour.
Had my fill of this ruckus. I could almost nod off where I stand. This is really scary.
I'm in no hurry to leave. Well rested.
Not that miser's important.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Perhaps I'll have a nap. There's comfort in the humdrum of daily life.
So tight. I kicked just about.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Anywhere's better than the middle of a crowd.
Too quiet here for my liking.
Apologies, but...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere.
This ox cart... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Let's not be hasty now. Fear not. You're safe with me.
That's incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy.
It is not what I expected.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
Looking for a fight, but I can take ye. This morning. Peru!
Mayhap I'll sit down.
Need anything? Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? I enjoy this work. Keeps me on my toes. Times change, but there's always coin to be made. Stop by again soon.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something. And see the truth. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. Many thanks to you.
That's it for my wares.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Treat us to a roast tonight.
Say, weren't we tasked with another errand that sent us somewhere near here?
Perhaps we ought to go there first. What say you? Arisen?
This looks as good a place as any.
Beasts.
Got to work if I'm to put the bread on the table.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Many thanks to you. Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the... truth. truth for yourself. Many thanks to you.
We see a great many customers given our look.
Tad rowdy. I shan't complain.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Whatever am I to do?
Well, there's always demand for weapons. Particularly near the border. Always a pleasure. Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I don't have enough to do.
I'll have an answer.
Who are you supposed to be?
I've got wares of every ilk. Need anything? Mayhap I can help, sir. Pleasure doing business with you.
Welcome, sir.
After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when... there are so many that do come again. Fancy a look at my wares?
Something smells divine.
Never should have tasted this shit.
Now, where was I bound again?
Got nothing to fear if I keep my wits about me.
Welcome. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see that. Many thanks to you.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment. That cart has priority. Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates!
So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Go on through.
If
you don't mind, sir.
Go on, have a look. Well met, sir. Need a room for the night? Many thanks.
We have acquired the grimoire entitled On the Transference of Souls. Just... as Sir Isaac requested.
I lament this calling I've chosen at times.
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your pawn to visit the Rockmaster's Burrow in Bakbatar. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek. Farewell.
Would you mind coming over here?
Greetings, Sir Arisen. Have you found the second volume of On the Transference of Souls, perchance? Fortune smiles upon me at last. Perhaps you'd care to join me. Come, bear witness to this momentous occasion.
We ought not lose sight of our guide.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Good, Meg. I can't let myself get distracted.
Can't place what is.
Times are hard. Bear scraping by.
This is it. This is the moment I've been preparing for.
Dear, is this truly safe? I'm afraid of what's to come.
Have faith, my darling. All is well. You need only stand there and watch.
Father, you don't need to do this. I'm happy with our life as 'tis now.
'Tis good to hear you say that, my daughter. But I've come too far. I must see this through. I believe I need only... Ha! I did it! I did it! Now, what do we have here? 'Tis sand. Sand as could be found anywhere. I suppose 'twas foolish to hope that our fortunes could be turned so easily. Well, I've learnt my lesson. No more of this grimoire nonsense for me. I'll settle for being a humble apothecary after all. If you'll still have me, my dears. My dears? Esmeralda. Raylia. Where could they have gone? This is my daughter's. And here's my wife's wedding ring. Why would they be buried here in the sand? Unless... Nay, it couldn't be. My wife and daughter vanished for this? Piles of sand? No, of course not. Their patience with me simply ran thin. They run off somewhere, that's all. I'm sure of it. I'll just have to find them. Come back, my dears! I was a fool!
I should...
What business have you here?
Oh no!
Over here, if you please.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself... Get distracted.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy aught.
Are you coming, Master? Our path is here.
Someone to talk to.
It's no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
What business have you here? Does that make you the Arisen? Be at ease. I bear you no ill will. My name is Manella, and I have the honor of serving as a go-between twixt Her Majesty and the Guard. Come, let me buy you a drink. We've much to discuss, and I don't fancy standing round all the while. Shall we...
Follow me, if you would. Here we are. I happen to understand Elvish, Master.
Peruse at your leisure, sir. Well met, sir. How's the day treat? You then. Do come again?
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent...
What's your business with me?
This tavern is open. Aye, even pawns. You're in a tavern, sir. Only polite thing to do is order.
The people of Batal view pawns with great prejudice. They're even forbidden from setting foot in the capital. Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by this custom, but a practice so ancient isn't easily overturned. Many are unhappy about the existence of this tavern, even though it lies outside the capital, simply because it was established as a place for pawns to gather. I know not what manner of person you are, but if you would aid me in my efforts to make the people of Batal more accepting of pawns, I would be glad to offer you a residence permit. 'Tis a bargain more than fair, for those who hold such permits may remain in Back Batal without having their activities questioned. What say you? Glad I am to hear it. Take this, then. Simply show it to one of the sentries and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter any troubled Batali along the way, I bid you assist them. They are harsh in their persecution of the pawns, but were they to be aided by the targets of their ire, mayhap a few stubborn hearts would soften. A simple plan, I know, but 'tis the only one available, or so it seems to me. I bid you good fortune, Sir Arisen. Simply show it to one of the sentries. They are harsh in their persecution of the pawns. A simple plan.
Hurry to leave.
Can't remember the last time my pockets jingled.
Lots to do.
Could do with a decent supper.
My bed and a sharp resist.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman's son. Now here's a welcome.
Worrying's giving me an achy back. All this worrying's giving me an achy
Now
back.
here's a welcome.
About time I taught that dullard a lesson.
Mustn't let it burn.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman's son.
Get on my feet. Got much to do yet.
You looking for a fight? I wonder how long this will
Bit bland.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman's son.
Somehow my feet always carry me